So, what are then the 5 levels of leadership? John Maxwell goes ahead and says, look, if you want to be a great leader, leadership is about levels. You start the moment you get appointed as a manager. Today you are just a clerk, okay, or a clerk within the organization. You have the potential. The organization has realized that you have leadership potential. So what do? They appoint you to a managerial position. You know, the entry point. Now, the moment you hold the title of maybe a branch manager, relationship manager, or departmental head, that becomes a position. But then, when you'll have now started entering into the leadership journey, because leadership is a journey. And you can never sit back and say, now I've become a great leader. Leadership is about your whole life. You know, from the time you started leading others, you will grow yourself into this position to become the best, the greatest of all leaders. And that is why John Maxwell introduced what he calls the 5 levels of leadership, which I would want us to look at so that we can start asking ourselves, where do we belong? How far do we need to go to become great leaders? The first one, the very first one at the bottom, is position. This level is the position, level 1. It is also these levels are either levels of leadership or levels of influence, because leadership is influence, right? What happens in level 1? This is the lowest level of leadership because it is based on your title and the position and the job description, branch manager. So the moment you are appointed, you are given a position, and then you sit on that seat. You are now started your leadership journey. But then this position, as you enter into this position, it's a position that you have just entered into leadership. No experience, you just don't know what to do. In this level, people follow you because they have to. You are a manager and you want everybody to know that you are a manager. And the others must follow you. So here, there is no negotiation at this level. People follow you because they have to. They have no option. You are the manager. They must do what you are asking them to do. It is the position that very many managers find themselves in. You get drunk with the position. You get drunk with the position that you have been given because the others have to report to you. So when others are reporting to you, they have got to do what you want them to do. They become like your slaves. They serve the master. So they follow you. They are not happy. They just follow you because they come to the office, not because they like that environment. It is simply because they've got to come to work anyway. They need to pay their rent. They need to pay school fees. They need to eat. And they must do a job. But they are not happy. Indeed, at this level, it is where people just comply. People are not committed to what you are asking them to do. The company time or the organization time is the time that they only want to do what they've got to do. I have come across managers. I have come across offices where the staff are so disinterested with what they do. The environment is so hostile that they are not happy. They don't enjoy what they do. What they do is they come to the office. If the reporting time is 8, they come exactly 3 minutes to 8. That's when they walk in. And they do only what they are required to do. They cannot give anything extra. When it comes to lunch hour, exactly at 1, because 1 hour is lunch. They go for lunch exactly when it is 12:59, they are already standing to go for lunch. They go there and eat in 15 minutes, but the rest of the time, they just bask in the sun. They can't come back because 1 hour is the hour. And then they come in exactly at 2. In the evening, 4:45, because 5 is the time they leave work. 4:45, all of them are in the bathroom. Ladies are looking at themselves in the mirror. They preparing themselves to shoot, to get out exactly at 5. The moment it is 5, in the next 2 minutes, that office, there is nobody. Those ones who have cars and they have a parking bay at the organization's parking area, they don't park the car with their bonnet facing up. They actually cast the reverse. Why? When they get out of the office, they want to start the car and take off as soon as possible to make sure that they are not in that environment. That is like a jail. That is what we call the position, the level 1 position of leadership. And all of us start there when we get the appointment. It all depends on how fast we are going to grow ourselves into leadership so that we can actually start moving up the ladder to become the greatest leaders. There is a quote that goes with this position, and this quote is, "A tiger does not proclaim its tigritude," by Warren Soyinka. What does that mean? If the tiger walks into this office, does it have to tell you that, look here, gentlemen, I am the tiger? Now, when the tiger walks in, we know that it is a tiger, and we know what the tiger does. And all of us have to be very careful as to how we deal with it. So, if a tiger walks in here, it will not just walk in and say, gentlemen, don't you know that I'm a tiger? Don't you know that I eat people when I see them? Don't you know that? Why are you not running? You just looking at me. Let me tell you, I will count 1, 2, 3. By the time I get to 4, if you will not have ran, I'll eat you and you'll be history. Now let me ask you, is that what the tiger does? It doesn't do that. By the time the tiger walks on through that door, well, let me tell you, even those ones who have never broken the world records, they will break the world records. We will all run through this war because we already know that the tiger, and we know what the tiger is. So as a leader, as a manager, do you have to proclaim that you are a leader? Do you have to tell everybody that, look here, I'm the leader? No. We will know. If you are a leader, we will know. If you are a manager, we will know, depending on how you relate with us. And that's a very good quote that really helps us to understand exactly what happens in level 1.